Here are 16 tips on how to become a millionaire on a low income. Okay, real talk. Does your bank account stress you out? If you check your balance and immediately need a nap, today we're killing that broke life for good. Listen, you don't need dumb luck or family money to build real wealth. This isn't about starving yourself or hustling 24/7 until you're a zombie. It's about playing the long game without losing your mind. Look, if you clicked on this video, you've probably stared down some pretty scary bills recently. Maybe your idea of budgeting is just hoping your debit card works at checkout. Been there, done that, got the embarrassing declined card t-shirt. Want to see it? But here's the thing. Becoming a millionaire on a totally normal salary isn't some pipe dream. It's actually a proven system. The journey involves making clear financial goals, consistent effort, and making smart choices with your money. That's it, done. Here are the 16 key principles to follow. 1. Get laser focused. You need to get absolutely crystal clear on what you want. Let me give you a real life example. Back in 2005, my mentor made himself a promise. He was going to become a millionaire, simple as that. It took him about 17 years to get there, and life threw everything at him. Kids, emergencies, job changes, the whole 9 yards. But when you have that laser focus, every single decision starts pointing toward that goal. 2. Consistency is key. Consistency is everything. He kept showing up with the same habits even when his bank account was laughing at him, paying bills on time, keeping food on the table, helping people when he could. He just kept doing the right things even when he was running on fumes. If you stick with it long enough, the universe really does start working with you instead of against you. 3. Develop an aversion to debt. Now, this might sound crazy, but he developed an actual hatred for debt. Like, he couldn't stand the thought of being chained to monthly payments for the rest of his life. So he did whatever it took to break free and stay free. Looking back, that was probably the single best decision he ever made. Maintain hope and vision. He also had to keep hope alive when his account had basically nothing but tumbleweeds. Instead of getting bummed out every month when his expenses pretty much ate his entire paycheck, he kept visualizing what life would look like with more money. Because here's the truth. Being broke isn't just about having no money. It's about having no hope, no dreams, no vision for anything better. 5. Eliminate credit cards. One of his biggest game changers was ditching credit cards completely. The last time he swiped one was 2011, and he hasn't looked back. For him, they were basically just a shortcut to buying stuff he couldn't afford. If you're serious about breaking the debt cycle, you've got to remove the temptation entirely. 6. Don't need a huge salary. Here's something that might blow your mind. You don't need a huge salary to get rich. He didn't make over $100,000 until he turned 50. His wife never made more than $50,000 working part-time. They had a pretty modest household income, but they built wealth as a team. They pooled everything, worked together, and rode in the same direction. Teamwork really does make the dream work. 7. Get creative with big expenses. When college time rolled around for his kids, they got super creative. He sent 2 kids to college with 0 student loans, scholarships, cash they'd saved, and good old-fashioned hustle. No fancy tricks, just planning ahead and working their butts off. When they graduated debt-free, it completely changed their lives. 8. Embrace side hustles. He picked up work everywhere, folding clothes at Eddie Bauer, stocking shelves at Home Depot, running an eBay store from his basement. Over 6 years, he sold $100,000 worth of random stuff on eBay with 40 to 50% profit margins. That money paid for college and kept them floating. Was it glamorous? Absolutely not. Did it work? You bet. 9. Avoid car loans. Another huge move was saying goodbye to car loans forever. Every car that my mentor bought since 2010 has been paid for in cash. Same for his kids' cars. Why? Because cars are depreciating assets, and he wanted his money going into things that actually grow in value. 10th, master avoiding temptation. He also had to master the art of avoiding temptation. No more window shopping, no more hanging out at the mall just because, no more buying stuff just because it looked cool. If he went to a store, it was for something specific that he actually needed. Cutting out impulse buying freed up so much money for saving and investing. 11. Live below your means. The key was living way below his means, not the other way around. If he made $2,000 a month, he spent $1,500, period. The only time he picked up extra work was for stuff that really mattered, like his kids' education. Otherwise, he kept his spending super low. 12. Never borrow from your future self. Here's a rule he never broke. He had retirement accounts and investments, but he didn't touch them even when things got tight. He just let them grow untouched. Back in 2002, he rolled over $10,000 from a teacher retirement plan. He hasn't touched it since, and today is worth over $300,000. The lesson? Leave your investments alone and let compound interest work its magic. 13. Stay organized. Organization was huge too. He's done 362 monthly budgets in a row, every single one written down. For the last 7 years, he's been using Google Sheets, new month, new budget. Every time, when you know exactly where every dollar is going, making smart decisions becomes automatic. 14. Accelerate mortgage payments. About 10 years ago, he refinanced from a 30-year to a 15-year mortgage. In his first 9 years with the 30-year, he paid down about $99,000 in principal. In the last 10 years with the 15-year, he's paid down about $100,000. That's a massive difference. Forcing himself to pay off the house faster was a game changer for building net worth. 15. Invest long-term, even small amounts. He also jumped into rental properties early on. He bought a few houses over the years. Most weren't perfect investments, but he held on to 2 for over 20 years. They've grown in value, built equity, and become a solid part of his portfolio. You don't need to be a real estate genius. Just start small and let time do the heavy lifting. 16. Stick with your career. Finally, he stuck with his career long enough to actually get good at it. It's tempting to job hop, chasing the next shiny opportunity, but that usually means starting over every few years. He used to have 20 jobs by age 30, but for the last 20 years, he stuck with just 1 or 2. That stability let him climb the ladder and increase his salary big time. The common thread in these strategies is that he completely rewired how he thought about money and changed his actions to match. He didn't try to get rich overnight or chase get-rich-quick schemes. He didn't rely on family money or loan forgiveness. He just did simple things consistently over and over again. So to sum it all up, get laser focused, set one clear, specific financial goal, stay consistent, especially when it gets tough. Avoid debt like the plague, especially for stuff that loses value. Work as a team with your partner, combine forces. Get creative with big expenses like college. Start side hustles and invest that extra money wisely. Live below your means and kill the impulse spending. Never rob your future self. Let investments compound. Make a monthly budget without fail. Speed up paying off your house if possible. Invest long term, even if it's just one rental property. Stick with your career long enough to see real growth. You don't need anything fancy or complicated. There's no secret sauce here. It's just about being steady, practical, and willing to do what most people won't do. He started with literally nothing. At 30, his net worth was actually negative, but he worked the system and the system worked for him. If a regular guy like him can do it, so can you. The biggest challenge is not making money, it's staying disciplined when life punches you in the gut. Here's how to stop your future self from face palming at your bank statement. Finance Fiascos Volume 1 Raw Confessions plus mind map PDFs for bite-sized quick review of these videos. Use code CLUE10 for 10% off today only. Maybe you lose your job, get hit with medical bills, or just feel completely burned out from grinding nonstop. It's so tempting to slip back into old habits, swipe that credit card just this once, skip budgeting because it's annoying, or quit your side hustle because you're exhausted. There will definitely be days when you want to throw in the towel. When your friends are posting vacation pics from Bali while you're eating peanut butter sandwiches for lunch again, it sucks and it feels unfair. But here's the hard truth. Most people never build wealth because they're not willing to stay uncomfortable long enough. Maybe your income really is low right now, and after all your bills, there's maybe $10 left over. That's tough, but it's not impossible. Even saving $10 a month is better than zero. The key is starting somewhere and never stopping, even when progress feels painfully slow. Bottom line, becoming a millionaire on a regular income isn't about luck, being super smart, or having insider knowledge. It's about focus, patience, sacrifice, and playing the long game. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to start and refuse to quit. He went from having nothing to having more than he ever thought possible, using simple strategies that anyone can follow. You can do this too. Don't let where you are now define where you're going. If this opened your eyes to what's actually possible, smash that subscribe button for more real-world money advice you can start using today. Your future millionaire self is going to thank you big time. And hey, drop a comment below. What's the one thing you're going to start doing differently with your money?